Hello. Hey, can y'all hear me? I wish they had something that said like 15 minutes after or 10 minutes, but just know it won't be no later than 10 minutes that I get on here, okay? After 9. How y'all? I'm just gonna put this little lotion on right quick. Let me know where y'all coming in from and if you can hear me, not an echo, but if you can actually hear me. Okay, I'm done straightening. But if you can actually hear me, y'all, oh my gosh. Y'all come on in. I cannot wait till y'all come in because I got to tell y'all about the the massage. Honey, the massage was, woo. Let me get my glasses cleaned. The massage was, oh my goodness. It was interesting. The conversation was interesting. It was very interesting, I'm telling you. It never fails. The people that I meet. I hope y'all come on in. Come on in. I'm going to give y'all a little bit more time. Let me fix this. This thing be having my arms looking huge. Let me see if I go here. Okay. Sankofa, you in the house? Trinity, you in the house? B1, I think that was B1 or B2, you in the house? Who else was on here? Hey, Sankofa, how are you? How was your day today? Oh gosh, here we go with these glasses. You had a good day? I got to tell you about this massage, Sankofa. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Oh, you're tired? Just wanted to say hi before I go to bed. Oh, you ain't staying tonight. Well, I got to tell you about this, the massage. Oh, Sankofa, it was interesting. That was my first massage. And I'm telling you, have you ever had a massage before you go? It was interesting. Who else is on? I see somebody else on. Hey, how you doing? Hey there. What's going on? Yeah, they are great. But I'm telling you, I think the guy I don't know. And cuz I wasn't sure. I had never experienced one before. Yeah, I did enjoy it, but I had never experienced one before and the conversation was interesting. I think the he was from China and I think he likes us. I think he like us. He said, "Why you don't like us?" Meaning like why who why wouldn't you date us? And I'm like, "Well, nobody ever comes up to us for one, okay? Being melanin. So that's why, if we not just finna come up to you." So the conversation was very interesting. It was very interesting. So I think that culture wants us to come up, meaning like it's because we were talking about relationships. I asked him, no, he asked me, was I married? And I said no. And then he was married. We just got into this conversation. I'm just coming in there because I'm thinking like, okay, I'm just focused on I never had this before and I'm just finna come in here. But he really wanted to talk. And I talk to people, so I don't have a problem with that. No, I didn't crush on the massage person. No, I ain't do that. I was up in there for one thing, one thing, and one thing only. I think he was more so because at one point he did my butt like this. I'm like, wait, what? But I wasn't sure, so I said, okay, I'm not finna trip off of this because this is a professional. I was like, this is so wild. But I did enjoy the massage. It was really interesting, but I don't know if I would do it again. And the reason why that I wouldn't do it again because that night I had a dream. I was like, oh my gosh, I am not trying to open up no windows right now at this moment. And so the dream was so wild. Hey, let's see who this is here. Happy ending, high tech guy. Hey, JS, high tech guy. No, no, yeah, that was so wild. I was like, no, I ain't trying to open this stuff up. Not about the man. Where's my fan? It was not about the man, I can tell you that. But I know it took me to a different space. And that's why you really have to watch what you are letting into you, like letting into your spirit. I was like, oh no, I will not be going here anytime soon, because not saying that he did anything. Hey, Evelyn, it was just letting someone else touch your body. Like I had never had a massage by anybody other than who I dated, okay, or married, my ex-husband. So that right there to me was just it took me in another space that I'm not ready to open no doors yet. So that is why you have to watch what your intake is. When you're really trying to get this thing right. So for me, no, I'm not doing that again. I mean, the dream was great. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I'm not sure, but I think the butt is normal not to touch during a massage, but I could be wrong. No, because the lady did my son like that. So, because my son and I went too. And I was like, well, how did you feel? Let me turn my fan on. I just got hot, y'all. I think I got on a thicker shirt instead of one of my softer shirts here when I make these shirts. So, excuse me if I look hot. My hair don't flatten, but it is what it is. But anyway, so I just feel like that's not what I want to. I don't want to open up any doors to that. Yeah, the massage, it did feel good. It did, it did feel good, but when you are trying to get in a space to where you just trying to do things different than what you did before. I don't know. Average. I guess it was average, but he was talking. He was really interested in the culture. Like he was interested. When I say the culture, I mean like it sounded like he wanted to know why women did not look at them, I guess, in that way. So let me see what this person's saying. What kind of massage you'll be going for the butt is not a massage. It was a full body massage. Nah, no, I ain't in. I don't. No, no, no. But that was the experience. I just wanted to tell you about that experience to open up to open up the conversation because that was very interesting. But every time me and my son go somewhere, that is not the first time. Like we have different experiences and people be wanting to talk to us. So that's not something that's out of the normal for us. We always experience something and we don't mind talking to people neither. Let's see what you saying here. Okay, it's strange that he had the impression of like I know, and you know what else he said? And this is why I like to have conversations with people. He was saying that we like to have a lot of children. And I said, that's what the colonizer told you, ain't it? That's not true. I said, because Asian cultures, we're having conversations here, okay? Needed conversations. And if you can Open up the dialect to that. That will help people to want to talk. And I said, well, your culture has a lot of children too. When you look at the Asian culture, I said, you can't say that. You know, it's what you want, what you choose to have. And I said, that's what the colonizer told you, and that's what you believe, but that is not true. I have one son. I did not. I didn't. Because my main focus was to come in there and get a massage. I really didn't want to have like a whole, but I saw that he did. So I let him talk and then I answered the questions. He did, but you know what? The only way you gonna get to learn JS high tech guy is if you talk. And on this channel, remember real life experiences, relationships for the mature, conversations that need to be had, enlightening conscious awareness and breaking generational curses with a little funny, okay? Yeah, I got up out of there. That was a happy ending. Hey, Pet X Smart, what's up? How are you? Yeah. But y'all know I'm just breaking the ice. Sankofa, before you go, though, you have got to listen to this right here. I'm telling you, I love y'all. We finna get on back and then we can come back and talk about the other stuff. Sankofa, I love the whole acts of service. We got to talk about that before you go to bed. Okay. Let me get this in real quick. I love the fact that he said in this book, y'all, if y'all don't know, we are in this book right here. Y'all, we are in this book. It's called The Five Love Languages. I'm going to get in here real quick and let you know. Oh my God, Sankofa, y'all, JS, high tech, y'all, listen to this right here. Pick Smart, Pet Smart. Check this out right here. Now, Sankofa, tell me what you think about this. When he was saying in the acts of service, when he was saying that you should make like a request instead of demanding that your spouse do an act of service, because the couple that was in this book, he started off doing good things for her. She continued to seem like doing stuff for him, but when they got married, that's when things changed. And so in the book, the man is saying that you have to choose to want to do for your spouse. Yeah, I love the relationship example that he used with the couple. You talking about with the couple, right? And where he liked to go hunting and she wanted him to clean the house, but every day he wanted to go hunt. I mean, every weekend or every other weekend or whatever, he wanted to go hunting. But the points, let me tell you, when he said this right here, oh my God, I got to get these glasses clean, y'all. Excuse me. But when he said this right here, I was like, what? He said, what we do for each other before marriage is no indication of what we will do after marriage. So they gonna woo you in. Y'all gonna woo each other in and love on each other. But when you get married, it's a whole different thing. Yep, it was a young couple. Okay, you know why we often fail? We want to learn all the things in the relationship and forget and that each other and everything is different. Yes, I say you set the stage and dictate what your relationship will be. Pet X Smart, but first you got to learn what their love language is. And another thing that he was saying, and he said this early in the earlier part of the book, he was saying that we learn from our parents. Remember when he said that in the first part of it in Sankofa? I know you got to go. So when you got to go, just say, see ya. But anyway, in the first part of the book, he was talking about how we learned our family, how we learned the language of our family and our siblings. So that really does take you to this part right here. He says, once, okay, first of all, he says, love is a choice and cannot be coerced, right? But he also says, let me see if I put that, the behave, criticize, or whatever, make requests of other demands on the marriage. Okay. He said, dang, I can't remember if I highlighted it. Before marriage, we are carried by the force of love, marriage, and obsession revert. Gosh, I cannot remember where I put that at. But anyway, let me see what y'all saying. All right, Sankofa, see ya. Anybody else want to chime in this? I'm going to tell y'all, it all stems from, and then we could talk about something else after we talk about this right here. But it was saying how when we were children, how we were, how we got all this stuff from our families and all that, right? So we have to unlearn that stuff that we learned when it came to relationships, because in this particular book he talked about how his mother did everything for him. His mother did everything, and so he thought that his wife was supposed to do everything, and that was not the case for him. So he did not, they were both the same love language. Knowing what your expectations and obligations are in a relationship will make you enjoy your relationship. Are they obligations though? Are they obligations? Are you really, should you really be obligated to do that? Okay? You have to choose, you have to choose to do those things. And I'm going to read a part where he says that. So, on this part right here, it says, no one likes to be forced to do anything. Love is always freely given. So if you come up in there trying to criticize and demand, which I'm about to read this, my spouse's criticism about my behavior provided me with the clearest. First of all, he said there is a third truth to which only the mature lover will be able to hear. Now, you got to be up on this to understand what he's saying when he says this. My spouse's criticism about my behavior provide me with the clearest clue to her primary love language. People tend to criticize their spouses most loudly in an area where they themselves have the deepest emotional need. What y'all think about that? I never even thought about that. You criticize people, but it's really you. The criticism is an ineffective way of pleading for love. If we understand that it may help us process their criticism in more productive manner. A wife may say to her husband after he gives her criticism, it sounds like that is extremely important to you. So when you express yourself like that, that's when your mate will hear you. Yes, there are obligations in the relationship. Okay, you already said that. Yep. So yeah, y'all, this was a very interesting book and I love it. I haven't gotten to the last one yet. I'll do that next week, but we can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about now. Who else in here? I see a third person just popped up in here. How you doing today? Who are you? How you be? What's going on? What is going on? Who is on here with me tonight? Trinity, you ain't on here. B1. I think Anthony. Was Anthony on here last night? Last week? And can y'all hear me and it's not muzzled? Who else on tonight? Say something. Say hello. How you doing? How was y'all day? Pet Smart, how was your day today? Oh, and Fin, you on here? What's going on with y'all today? Pet Smart, where you coming in at? I mean, Pet X Smart. That's what it is. Where you coming in at? Okay. You know what? Me and Sankofa be the ones making these conversations. Oh, okay, good. Okay, yeah, you gonna have to go and get one. I'm telling you, go and get one. It was nice. It's I won't be going again though. It's interesting. I ain't trying to have no dreams like that. The next day, I mean that day. No, after I went to sleep, I was like, "What is going on here? This is wild." Virginia. Okay, you calling in from Virginia. All right, I'm glad you are here with me. It's only you right now. It usually be me and Sankofa be on here talking. Who just popped in? Say hey, how you doing? What's up? I gotta get my peeps. Where my peeps out that was in here last week? Where are y'all at? I forget. Oh God, I forgot to to send my friend an invite. If you on here, say something. I totally forgot to send her an invite because you have to do that first. Who else up in here? What you got to say tonight? You know how we do. We start off with that love language, then we pop on in and we start talking. Who else in here? Virginia, I mean, Pet X Smart. What's the weather like in Virginia? Is it hot or cold? What is it? Hey, Amaya, how are you? How was your day today? You had a good day? Who else up in here? We got three people up in here. What y'all want to talk about tonight? Let's do it like we did last Friday. You know, we talked about that book. We talked about the five love languages. It was good, Amaya. It was really good. I did a half a day of work today. Then I went and did pay for my son college and then mine because I start school tomorrow. I mean Monday. I did not know school starts that early. I'm doing biology. I don't even know. God, I hope I pass. Okay, let's see here. It was really nice. Yeah, it was nice here too. Oh, the hurricane Aaron scared brought some nice weather. What? I mean, oh gosh, yes, that is going on. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you okay there? Pet Exmar, you all right there? Oh gosh, I can't even think hurricanes. Now here we be having tornadoes and stuff. Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad you are good. I'm so glad you are good. Yeah, those hurricanes. I mean, you see all that flooding, Paddock Smart. All that flooding. It's like every time you turn on the whatever, even if you're on YouTube, it's like different states are flooding. Just unreal. It's really unreal. Yeah. Who else we got up on here? We got Amaya. We got Pet X Smart. Amaya, how's the weather where you at? Who else up in here? Hey, say hey. How you doing when you come up in here so we can say hey to you? Y'all know what we do over here. We talked about the five love languages, and if you want to say something, you can say whatever you want to say. We just talking right now. Good. That's good. I think last Friday it was like 1,000 views, and people came from like India, like all different places. Man, it was very interesting last. I couldn't even believe it last Friday. And you know, I got some questions for y'all. The three that's on here. I forgot about this question. Do y'all think that let me run these questions down that I did write down so we can get some kind of conversation going on. Really hot? Yeah, it's nice here. I like the weather that we're having so far. It was that humidity. People be thinking here that it's like extra cold all the time, but it's not. It's like so humid. It gets really humid here. Let me see what my questions was. Is any either of y'all married on here? Cause these for married people. Either of y'all married? I'm from East St. Louis, but I live in Minnesota. Yep, and it's here, Minnesota. It's really like today it was cool, but it can be humid. It gets really humid here. People be thinking, Lord, no, it's so hot. Okay, you're not married. Okay, because these right here were married questions. Like, so I'll leave that then. PedX, what's going on with you? Let me see. Somebody just text me. Okay, we'll wait. Who else on here with us tonight? I see somebody else just popped in. Hey, say hey. How you doing? We just talked about the five love language acts of service. Yeah, it does. I think you know what I never Minnesota. I mean, the last couple winters, it has not been cold. It has not been that cold. Like it's cold, but it's not cold. You know, because the things are changing. Climate control is real, but people don't think so. Who else we got on, y'all? Say something. I totally forgot to let my friend come in here. We would have. Oh, I got to remember to put her in here. But I had woke up a little late. You know, I'll be taking my naps. Is this y'all first time coming up in here? Maya, I think you've been on here before. Have you been on here before, Maya? And PetX Smart, have you been on here before? Like, have you responded to any comments? It seems like I've seen a Maya's name before. Okay. Well, what y'all want to talk about? You know, we just do these lives just to open up the conversation. Okay. I thought so. Yeah, because I seen your name before in one of the comments or whatever. You refuse marriage? You refuse it? You know what is so interesting? You know, I'm divorced, so I can see what you're saying. But now that I've read this book and reading it and taking it in, and I think like when you in different stages of like when you grow, pet X smart, like when you like grow, you look at it differently. You know, you can some people say you don't have to get married, but you can have a companion. Okay, you can have that. You can have that if that's what you choose to have. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. And no, you don't have to get married, but it has been put in our head that we should get married. And let me tell you, in this part, he says that we have to unlearn that stuff, but I cannot remember. It seems like, let me see if I can find this part right quick. It's stuff that we learned that, God, I cannot remember. I'm going to read this part where it says that it has been put in us to marry. We don't have to. It's a choice. You have a choice to be with your partner. If you want, you have a choice for that. I think it is this. Here it is, y'all. A willingness to explain and change stereotypes is necessary in order to express love more effectively. Remember, there is no rewards for maintaining stereotypes, but there are tremendous benefits to meeting the emotional needs of your spouse. If your spouse love language is, I think that's what I wanted to read, but I can't remember. Gosh, it's not that. But it's a part in here where it says we have been programmed. It's almost like we've been programmed. We've been programmed. You don't have to do what we've been taught. You don't have to do that. It's a choice. Everything is a choice. You have free will to do anything that you want to do. Now, there is always a cause and effect. And remember, what goes around comes around. So there is always a cause and effect. You just need to remember that. Yep, we have allowed a society to get away with too much for too long. We got to stop this ridiculous expect. Yes, that's what I say too. That is what I say too. And you know what I learned in my, I don't know if that was my sociology class. You really don't have to have all these kids. You really don't. You really don't have to do any of that. But it's just everything is just made up when you realize all the stuff that is so like just was like put on us like you got to do this. You don't got to do this. You don't. You have a choice to do what you want to. So I'm with you on that, PedX. I'm with you. Yep, you can choose to do what you want to do. You can get married. You don't have to get married. You know, people want to roll with they say they Christians. That's what they say. That's what they say. But when you find out all that's, oh God, that's a whole nother subject. I ain't even finna get up in that. But that's a whole different subject there. Amaya, you still on? You laughing at PedX Smart Amaya? Oh my goodness. Yeah, you could choose to. You choose to do what you want to do, and yeah, everything is a choice. Everything is a choice, and you get to choose what you want to do. Now, just remember in your choices, there's always consequences and stuff that, hey, yeah, you can have that. You can have a roommate with an open heart. And nobody should, yes, you can have a roommate with an open heart. Yep, you sure can. You sure can. Yeah, but some people choose not to be married. And people put that on you and they say, why aren't you married? Why aren't you this? You don't have to be. Now, listen, let's make this clear. I'm not saying that marriage is not good. Do not, I repeat, say that because I wanted to talk about another topic. But I'm gonna wait till Sankofa is on with that one because I like to hear his views. I like to hear Sankofa views, and I'll talk about that on next go round because I love his outtake on things. Yeah. So, gosh, I don't know. I don't have anything else. If y'all don't have anything else tonight, man, it was so many people last week. I couldn't even believe it. It was a whole lot of people last week. You have a good night too, X Smart. Thank you for coming by. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you for stopping in. Oh my, you sit there. Who are my new people that came in? Who came in tonight? I'm gonna wait a little 5 more minutes. Okay, have a good night. Good night. Have a wonderful night, Amaya. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a good night. I'm going to relax tonight. Well, I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna sit on her and see who else gonna pop on for a little bit. I'm gonna see who else gonna pop on for a little bit. In the meantime, you know what? What you do on these lives, what you really do when you don't have no people, you just got to sit on here and talk. But I'm gonna find something here. Find something until somebody else come on here. Okay, what else? Let's see. And you know what it says on here in this book? Because I know ain't nobody else on here, but it says we do for each other. Wait a minute. That's not what I wanted to hear. Read. It's so much stuff that I had wrote down that I want to talk about, but I got to know who married and who ain't married. Okay, see you, Maya. Have a good night. And what really gets me is how we here it is. I think it's this right here. This guy in this book, in this particular one, what he was saying when he was talking about acts of services, he said that, well, I guess I expected it to be like my family, meaning like he expected his wife to be like his family. Dad worked and mom took care of things at the house. I never saw my dad do anything around the house since mom stayed home. And people be really thinking just because your mama did that, that does not mean that your woman is going to do that. It does not mean that your woman is going to do the same thing that your wife did. He said everything, cooking, cleaning, washing, and ironing. I just thought that was the way it was supposed to be. Now, how many men think that? How many men think that? It's supposed to be like that. No, it is not supposed to be like that. And here is, I'm just going to ask this question. Who out here that's married that think that they are? And I'm going to go and talk on this subject because I was listening to these two ladies and they said they had their different perspectives, right? One lady said, well, they both said the same thing, but then I was like, well, why are they saying this? The lady said that marriage was slavery. And I'm saying, like, this can't be right. But then I thought about it and I had talked it over with my friend that was supposed to be on here tonight, but I forgot to send her the link, right? So she said they were saying how marriage is slavery, but then I was thinking like, well, maybe they were saying that because, and when I ran it by my friend, her thoughts were, um, it can feel like that, I guess. But here, but I think the persons use the wrong word when they use slavery, because who is going to be married to somebody when you look up slavery? Slavery is the ownership of one person. It's almost like they were saying they were indentured servants. Okay. The ownership of one person by another, where this enslaved person is treated as property and forced to work without freedom or pay. Women, are you really feeling like that? Are you really feeling like you are forced to be somebody's property without freedom or pay? Is this what marriage come up to? Is it? Has marriage came up to being like you in slavery? I don't know. And here, when I finish reading it, it's a system of forced labor and control where individuals are deprived of their liberty and basic human rights. So is women really thinking like they are in slavery when they are married? Like, why would you even think that? But then it made me think, like, let me finish my thought here. When how it was back in the day, how what the men, like we were saying in this book, is all affiliated, how the men wanted the women to cook, clean. You hear how he said in his when he was saying what his wife should do because that's what his mother did. And I think that is why they think that they're in slavery. But that's another thing. That's why we have to break those generational curses. We have to break those generational curses because it should be a choice. It should not be where it is demanded of you to do anything. No one likes to be forced to do anything. Love is always freely given. Okay? So you not finna be sitting up here trying to make somebody do something. And so when you ask them in a different way, they will do what you say. I told you how in words of affirmations, how my son, I said, let me see if this really does work. And so what I did for him, because I noticed what his love language is. Like if he does something around the house, he wants me to be like, oh, thank you, you know? So I said, let me try this. I got to see what his love language is. So what I did was I started saying, oh, you are such a good son. You really are, you know, but I wasn't saying it for him to do this. Okay. But I did want to see if this will work. And it did work. So what I did was I said, son, you are such a good kid. I really like the way you are, you know, you do things and all that. He started washing dishes. He went out there and cut the grass, both front and back, with no problems. I didn't even have to say nothing. He automatically did that. So this book, when it talks about love is a choice and cannot be coerced. It's for real. Love is a choice. Once they decided with this couple here, once they decided to make requests of each other rather than demand, their marriage began to turn around. And it will. But you can't demand stuff of people. You have to ask, you have to choose to love, and you have to ask in a different way. You have to request. I like that. I like the part where he said you have to request. And some people are not going to get this. If you are not mature enough, you're not going to understand this. And I believe also it takes when you are at different ages and stages of your life. When you are at different ages and stages of your life, things are way different than what it used to be. And he also talked about not being a doormat. He explained how, some people want you to serve them. You are not a doormat. Remember, ladies, gents, you are not doormats and you shouldn't be treated as such. But I think that this book is such a good book. And I would recommend it to anybody that's having any type of situations in their marriage or relationship, honey. It is so worth the read. I'm going to wait on here and to see if anybody else will pop on here today with me. Man, I wish we would have had our people back. I mean, I had so many countries on there yesterday. On last Friday. Who just popped in? Hey, how you doing? What's up? We on these lives, we just have to talk when ain't nobody even on here. I told you I gotta push through this. Who is on? I see 3 people. What's up? Let's get the conversation going. I know somebody popped up on here. You popped off. Who on here? Deep View, you on here, Mr. Work? Who I got up in here? Say hey, how you doing? Where you coming in from? These lives be hard, but you gotta press through it if you want to do. Amaya, you back, girl? Hey, I thought you was gone, girl. I thought you was gone. You just left and came back. You saw I was by myself. Yeah, they'll leave you on these lives. They will leave you on these lives, but you got to keep talking. You got to keep talking and keep the conversation going. You have to. What's your plans for the weekend, Amaya? And I think next weekend for sure, I just got to remember to Send my friend the link. What who else just popped in? Hey, what's up? How you doing? You popped off now. You know what? That's what I said I was gonna do today too, Amaya. I said, I mean, this weekend. Like, I just want to relax. I just ordered this detox though. I'm gonna start this detox when it comes. It's by Dr. Price, the tummy and the I think it's parasite detox. I'm gonna do a detox for 14 days. I'm hoping I can do that. But I'm with you. Sleep, eat, and repeat. I don't know about the eating because I'm trying to lose some weight, which I think I'm losing a little. But you know what? Weight is, oh God, it be something. You got to really put in the work. You got to really, and you got to eat right. Who else just popped in? Who is on with us tonight? I'm going to hang on in here in this live because y'all going to pop on up in here. Who else just popped in with us tonight? And I wish people would hit they all button. You see that? It looks like this light ain't on, but I know it's on somewhere. I know you can hear me though. Yeah, so this weekend, I think I want to move some plants around though. I may do that on Sunday, but I just want to sleep. Like I want to sleep until I wake up. Like I don't want to hear. I'm gonna turn my ringer off. I know where my son at. I ain't worried about him. I just want to sleep until I wake until the sun come up. I'm gonna sleep until the sun come up and just relax. Man, I forgot to put my friend. I wonder if I can go live with her now. I'm about to see. I may have to come back and see what she does. Next week for sure, I'm going. I just forgot to send her the link. Amaya, if you ever want to be on the live, I have my email address. Just send me your email and I will send you a link. Okay. I will send you a link if anybody ever wants to be on the live so we can keep the conversation going. Me and Sankofa normally. Like he has been on her like every Friday. I'm so glad that he popped in and said, "Hey." But me and Sankofa normally be on her and it seems like people will pop on. A lot of people will pop on when he's on. I wonder where is this? I got a blue dot here. What is this blue dot? Retouch on. I don't know what that is. Who else just popped in? Say, hey, how you doing? Where you coming in from? You got to keep these lives going. What's up? And you know what? Maybe I have to throw a little. Do we want to talk about what's going on in the news? We can talk about what anything you want to. Because remember, on this conversation, on this channel, relationships, real life experience for the mature, conversations that need to be had, enlightening, conscious awareness, breaking generational curses, and we be doing some funny on here. Yeah, you got to keep this, Amaya. I'm telling you, YouTube be working you though. YouTube be really working you. So you have to. Well, I do my reality. I get on here and do my reality. Be I cannot just do what people be on here every day. So I'm trying to do every other day. Amaya, did you hear about the massage? Was you on her when I was talking about the massage? The massage was wild, but it was interesting. I think you was on here. Was you on here responding? I can't remember. Was that Pet X? Oops. I hope I didn't knock you out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hey, did you say you had one before? A massage? Yeah, I won't be doing that again. Even though it was nice, but I think he wanted conversation, which it was. I don't think he was inappropriate, but I think he wanted. I don't know if maybe um, melanin women hadn't came in there before or something. I'm not sure. I don't know. You could never do one? Yeah, I'm not doing one. I don't think I'm gonna do another one because I've never had anyone touch my body other than who I was in relations with. And I didn't. I mean, because at first, I mean, I should have known. It was the massage was good, but I didn't like the after effect of what the dream that I had. Like, man, ain't nobody trying to go there now, because sometimes you can do just phone. People be phone calls away. I ain't trying to go back that route. I am not trying to go. Man, I'm like, I'm not going down that route. But they'll get you caught up, man. That dream was wild. It was wild. I woke up. Oh my! I woke up like, what is going on? Man, the dream felt so real. I was like, who? What? Get me out of here. I was like, I hope I am not in. I hope my son cannot hear me. Like, what in so yes, it really matters what you allow. You have to watch your eye gate. You have to watch your ears. You have to. Because that right there, oh my, I'm like, what is going on? You really have to be aware. You have to be aware of what you're taking in. So that won't work for me. No, no. Not going back. And my son, he's just 18. He just turned 18 in July. And he was like, Mom, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, Maya, but I'm telling you, girl, I was like, what? Like, I hope he cannot hear me in here. Like, I mean, on this channel, we talk about real life experiences, okay? And this was a real life experience. Lord, I sat up in the bed. I mean, I was like this, and I said, "What, man? Stuff be happening. Stuff be real, and people be sitting up here acting like they holier than thou. No, things be happening, and you just have to know how to you know how to you have to be, what is the word I'm looking for, not control over, yeah, you have to have self-control, man, because people can be a phone call away, and I ain't going back. um I'm gonna wait on her a little bit. Somebody be popping in, Amaya, then they go away. What you want to talk about, Amaya? Give me a topic. What you want to talk about? We can talk about what we want to talk about. What you want to talk about? You got something tonight, Amaya? Amaya, where did you say you was calling in from? Wait, not calling in, coming in from. Let me see. Did you say on here? I'm just glad you on here with me. PedEx was from Virginia. I think Sankofa, he is from, I think he from Georgia. Let me see here. HS High Tech. Oh no, I cannot. I'm just glad y'all came in. The people that came in. Drama. What kind of drama you want to talk about? What drama you got going on? Tell me what you got. You got any drama going on? Let's talk about it. Did you see my video? Go and watch my video about the inheritance drama. You got some kind of drama like that? What kind of drama you got? You got relationship drama? Let's talk about it. Let's keep it going if we can. Who just got on here? What you want to talk about? Whoever just popped in. Hey, how you doing? Say something. Where you coming in at? You might just come in here. We be having peepers. Peepers just look. They just peep in and peep out. Come on, peep. Say something. Peeper. He hopped walked out of here, whoever it was. Like, people come and peep on your channel, then they get out. What kind of drama you want, Amaya? Watch that video though. That's some real life drama. The video was about, I'm sorry, I just moved that. The video that I did, that I dropped was, because my channel is still it's still new. Not, I mean, I really didn't start doing my channel until 2020. I hope this thing ain't static. Do you hear static, Amaya? Who else just hopped on here? Who just hopped on? Say, hey, how you doing? Where you calling, coming in from? I'm like, where you calling from? Okay, see, they pop in and pop out. They be popping in and popping out. I'm gonna be on here for another 5 minutes. I'm gonna see who gonna come in, Amaya, with us tonight, and then I'm gonna pop on up out of here. Dang, it was so many people last. And I'm gonna keep doing it. I'll be on here by myself, just talking, just trying to keep the live going. Who just popped on? Hey, how you doing? Say something. We talked about our stuff earlier. So if you want to talk about anything, legacy of free, what's up? Juliano, hey, how you doing? Oh, how you doing? How are you? How was your day? Juliano, what's up? How are you? Legacy, what's up? What's going on? What y'all want to talk about tonight? Chilling? You chilling? Yeah. What's the weather like? Where you coming in at? Wait, Juliana, what's up with that face? And okay, what does that mean? Can you express yourself? Who else done popped on? Hey, what's up? I see y'all. I was telling them legacy of free. I'm glad you passing through. You had a good day today? Arkansas. What is the weather? What is going on in Arkansas? Let's talk about it. What you want to talk about tonight, Arkansas? Who else on here? I see 4 people. Let's get the conversation going. Y'all, earlier we talked about the 5 love languages. Have anybody read this? So we can talk about that wherever you want to. Miami. Hey. Okay. Y'all, is it a storm there? I think y'all got some storms going on, don't you? Y'all got some storms, I think. I think I saw that in the news. Legacy. How was your day? Legacy of free. Can I just call you Legacy? I think I'm seeing that right. How was your day today? Oh, no storms? Okay. Okay, I thought I saw something about that. Maybe I was looking thinking about something else. How was your day? Teach you the 5 love languages. What you want to know? What you want to know, Legacy? Okay, girl, when are you going to have a next love? Girl, when he find me. He got to find me. Oh, just had some hard rain. Okay. I don't know neither, but I just answered your question, Amaya. Um, what you want to know, Legacy? Do you think, first of all, do you think that first, are you married or are you not married? I'm finna pop this question on to you, and then you can respond. Are you married or not married? I'm in Minnesota. Why? Why you want to know where I'm from? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That ain't where I'm from, but I'm okay, you divorced. Okay, so here's the question for you. Okay, we finna get this going right here. I'm just finna bring it on back to what we talked about earlier. Okay. So what we were talking about, legacy, is we were talking about the five love languages, okay? And we are on let me tell you what we're on. We're on, oh gosh, acts of services, right? First of all, I'm just going to come out with this question right here. I'm divorced too, so I see I can understand. Do you think that I heard two women talking, right? And they were saying that marriage is like slavery. Did you think your wife thought marriage was like slavery? Because when I printed out the word slavery, right? I think they probably wanted to use another word, but I'm not sure. I just want to understand. It says slavery is the ownership of one person by another, where the enslaved person is treated as property and forced to work without freedom or pay. It is a system of forced labor and control where individuals are deprived of their liberty and basic human rights. What you think about that, legacy? Do you think your wife thought she was in slavery? Now I can also see why they said that, because they were probably talking about how, the colonizers made people like that, the women like that. So I can see that point too. But tell me some of your points. Juliano, let me see what you're saying. Let's see you, Juliano. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And I think I looked on your page too. I like your page. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, Amaya, you going for real? You said that last time. But anyway, girl, see you. Okay, you think it's bondage? Why you think it's bondage? You don't think it's a choice? People have different views on that. What you think? Come on, give me some of what you got. Tell me what you got. She did. Oh man, she thought that. You know what I'm gonna tell you. Get this book. Get this book right here. Man, it will change your thought process. And it will show you how to talk to your significant other. Man, this book is so good, because in this particular one, when we're talking about acts of services, the reason why the two couples liked each other in this book, I mean, excuse me, the reason, dang, I wish you would, if you read the book, then you can kind of, Giuliano. Okay, my neighbor is Julio, so that's why I kind of went off of that. Giuliano. Okay, I got it. I got that. Okay, Giuliano. So I will say it right. Okay, next time, and all the time that I see you on her. Okay, Giuliano, I will. All right. Let me see. I think marriage is royal. Yes, I will definitely do that. Now let me get back to what I was saying on her legacy. It says what you do for each other is no indication of what you will do after marriage. Okay. So this is the thing. Okay, so we do all this stuff. I mean, we be really doing some stuff, because if you read what the guy did, when you read this particular one, they both was doing stuff. He was coming over to her house. She was coming over to his house. They was having dinner. They was doing all of the things. But when they get married, this is where it changed, because you really be thinking like, okay, he did all this and all this and all that. But then you know what happens? When you get married, it changes. That's not a bad thing. Don't think that I'm saying marriage is a bad thing, because marriage is a good thing. but you can choose to be married. You can choose to be married or you can choose not to. It's all a choice. Listen to what it says. That leads me to the second thing because it says love is a choice and cannot be coerced. So you can't demand somebody to love you. Marriage is a blessing with the right person who loves you. Hey, that's what I say too. It is. It is. And but you don't have to rush into it. You don't have to rush into it. You really don't. You can take your time. And you don't have to do people put all this stuff like some of this stuff been forced up on us. It's been forced up on us and you don't have to, but it's been forced. What else I wanted to say here? Man, he has so many points. It says each of us must decide daily to love or not to love our spouses. If we choose to love, then expressing it in the way in which our spouses request will make our love most effective emotionally. What y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? And that's why you have to learn your partner's love language. And I wish, I mean, not, okay, I ain't going to say too much, but I wish I would have learned all of this. I wish I would have learned all of this. This is the stuff that our parents don't teach us. We do have our ways too that we got off of our parents and our siblings. And I'm going to read that part. I keep forgetting to highlight that. And I so forgot to have my friend on here with me because next weekend she's going to be on here. I totally forgot to send her the link. But there is a part on here, and I don't know if you guys were in here last week or since the weeks that I've been speaking on this. We are products of our environment. So what you learned from your siblings and others is how you're going to operate. Because in this particular book, he talked about how his mother did everything, meaning like she cleaned, she did all the cooking, she did all the things, right? So he, in this particular book, says that he thought that his wife was going to do the same thing that his mother was going to do. Legacy, what you want me to say again? I'm going to say it. What you want me to say again? Okay, I got to find that part. I'm going to really read this to y'all so you can see what he said about us being products of our. Okay, let me read this part to you if you guys didn't know this. But it says, most of us grew up learning the language of our parents and siblings, which became our primary native language. Later, okay. Okay, now watch this one though, Legacy. Watch this. It says, most of us grew up learning the language of our parents and siblings, which became our primary or native language. Just follow me here. Later, we may learn additional languages, but usually, which with much more effort. These become our secondary languages. We speak and understand best our native language. We feel most comfortable speaking our language. The more we use a secondary language, the more comfortable we become conversing in it. If we, no, I'm sorry, we must learn a language of those whom we wish to communicate with. So, if you gonna communicate with your spouse or your significant other, you have to learn their language. If you don't learn their language, you're not gonna know how to love them. This book, Legacy, if you can get this book, I'm telling you, It will change the way you think. And you know what, Legacy, on this book right here, I was going to take this book back. I mean, I had it in the car. I was like, it's a wrap. I was like, it's a wrap. But I went to the cashier. The lady was like, "No, we not. We you passed your time." Because I had the book for at least maybe a month. I want to say maybe I had it 2 months, and I was like, you know what? I ain't finna read this, and so I did not read it. I did not read it. And then when I went to take it back, one day something just said, "Read the book." And when I read it, I was like, "Oh my goodness." And so when I see people, even when I see people, I gifted this to two people last weekend because I want them to. I think that people, because we're not taught how to love each other. We ain't even taught how to break up. We just break up. We just cut people off. Like I think we should now learn how to break up with people. Like if you don't want to be with them, but you gotta mutually have the same understanding and want to do that. Um, yeah, you have to. We gotta learn how to do stuff because we have been programmed in some cases. We have been programmed. Legacy, what else you got? I'm still trying when I read the last one because the last one is physical touch, and I'll read that, and then I could tell you because I don't know because the five. Do you know what the five love languages are? So it is, and let me tell you. So I gotta tell you this part. Now I done mentioned this earlier. I had went and got a massage, right? Okay, I'll tell you about that in a minute. But the five love languages, if you did not know, is words of affirmation. That's number one. Number two is quality time. Number three is receiving gifts. Number four is what we're on now, acts of services. And number five is physical touch. When I read physical touch, I will let you know. If you come back to the lives on Friday, I will let you know. Definitely let you know that yeah, those are, but I haven't. But anyway, I was telling them I know one of them has to be it probably is physical touch, but I do like, let me see what I like. You got to read the book, but I think I'm okay with affirmations. I'm okay with receiving gifts. I don't know. I gotta see. I ain't gonna even say right now. I can't say because I don't know. Who else on with us tonight? Juliana, are you still on or did you leave us? I ain't gonna choose mine until I read that the last one. I'm not choosing until I read the last one. I'm not. I gotta see first. I got to see. Yeah, I have to see. What you gonna do this weekend, Legacy? What's your plans? I'm gonna be like Amaya. Amaya was on here. She was like, she gonna rest, sleep, repeat. Yeah, but I think I'm really gonna relax this weekend. But you know what? I'm still trying to think, Legacy, since you said that she felt like that, like, dang, I wish you would have learned her love language. So women really feel like that. But my friend, once I get on her on here next week, she has some very good points. But I can see why they thought that. I'm not gonna down what they said because they were saying like people were the ladies that were talking about how marriage is slavery. They were saying how people were down in the people that the people thought marriage was slavery. And I just like to hear people I like to hear people talk about it, like what's your view on that. I don't want to downplay nobody's stuff because everybody have the right to think like they want to. I think, why you think pain was her love language? Pain ain't in there. What you talking about? Legacy. Pain was not one of the five love languages. Are you trying to add one? You wanted that to be six? What happened? Like, what was her pain? Did she want you to do more? What was up with that? You done added one. Ain't no pain up in there. Yo, if you got pain up in the love language, something ain't right. So what was the pain? And if y'all ever want to get on the lives, oh, she on gosh, and see that's another thing. Like you really gotta be healed. You really gotta work on yourself. Now, when I say healed, I don't mean that like you have arrived. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. Because when you heal, you are constantly working on yourself because you never arrive. People be thinking they have arrived, and your what ain't arrived. You just learning, and you learning how to do things. Dang, she spoke from pain. I'm sorry she spoke from pain. Yeah, because our childhood has really did some work on us. Like, man, when I ain't, I ain't saying like my family did, and I ain't gonna even say that because people be on here and be mad on you, be mad at you. So I ain't even finna say that. I'm okay. That's, but pain will. It depends on where how your childhood was and all that stuff, legacy. So I hear that. Did you try to work with her with that pain, or it got too much for you? Because some people can't handle it. You just got to be honest with yourself. If you reach your capacity, you got to reach your capacity. If you have reached a capacity, and we got a lot of stuff from our parents and our siblings and our loved ones who we grew up around. And people think that I don't, a lot of people, people don't want to do counseling. And I go to counseling, and I think that that is one of the best things that ever happened to me. Who just popped in? Hey, how you doing? What's up? Get on in this conversation with us. How did you handle her? Did you handle her with care though? Like if you knew her pain, did you handle her with care? Legacy? Okay, I hope y'all can hear my stomach growling because it's sure growling, but I ain't finna eat none. You do not control me, Tommy. I control you. Okay, yes, I knew her pain very well. She thought healing was weakness. I wonder what her logic was on that. Cause who wanna be in pain? I wonder what her logic was. I wonder why. I wonder was that something like maybe okay, you know what we're products of our environment. Did she learn that probably from her mother or as she was growing up? Oh, she couldn't be vulnerable? Yeah, that all comes from loving yourself too. Like you gotta love yourself in order to be like, I'm finna let this other person love me. If you don't love yourself, I don't know how you gonna let somebody else love you. So you gotta love yourself first. Dang, I'm sorry y'all experienced that. Yeah, relationships can be hard. They can be. But I'm telling you, if you work on yourself, you can make it. I ain't in one right now, but I'm telling you, you can. You got to love yourself. That's what Miss Fabi like. Miss Fabi like you love yourself. But the five love languages, oh my God. Get that book and pick it up, read it, okay? And they got Audible. So look at that, read the book Legacy and hop on in this conversation with us for because I'm gonna wrap it up next week and then we can just talk about whatever with this book and whatever. We on this channel, we talk about everybody. We talk about everything and we be respectful. Oh, you like poetry? Okay. Good. You be writing it? Do you write it sometimes? Oh, okay, good, good. Well, my channel is have you checked out my channel first of all? How you get on here tonight? Yeah, I be wanting to ask people, are you a part of the community? How you get on here? How did you find my channel? What was the video? Oh no. So how did you come across my live then? Hey, whoever's on here, say hey, how you doing? What's up? I be wondering how people come across my channel. Did you watch my video? Watch my videos. Check it out, Legacy. Tell me what you think about the channel, okay? Join if you want. I showed up in your feed. Was it the live feed or what? Or was it one of the videos, maybe? Okay, maybe one of the videos. Okay, who else up on here? Say something. Me and Legacy just talking right now, but y'all can join in. We could talk about whatever. You know what we've been talking about if you've been on this channel. We've been talking about the five love languages. So yeah. So check out my channel, Legacy. And I'm gonna check out yours. If you saying you doing if you a poet or whatever, I'm gonna check that out. Wait a minute. I said, who is she? Who am I? When you said maybe because you do that, it pops up. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna check out your channel too. I gotta see. I need to write that down actually, so I can. Where's my pen at? No, I'll remember it. Legacy of Free. Okay, I'll check that out. Check your channel out. What do your spoken word be around? I just hear words. That's how I come with mine, and then I just be talking. Like I'll be hearing words, and then they'll just come. How does yours come? Oh, you don't YouTube? So you just popped up on here then. For real, for real. Oh, you don't do it on YouTube. So on your channel, you just be checking out people's stuff. You don't post any videos. Is that right? Okay. 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 I thought I was gonna catch some spoken word. Who else up in here? Say hey, how you doing? I think I done talked my lip stuff off. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll do lives on late night too. Like late, late. I don't know. I started to do my live at 10 o'clock, but then I was like, but I think I'm going to check out 10 o'clock lives and see who be popping on at 10 o'clock lives on Friday. But Friday, I know people be wanting to relax, just getting off of work, but I got to keep these lives going. And I like being on her legacy. Last week, we had people from like India. We had people from Rome. Wait a minute. Iran. Oh my God, it was so many people. Check it out. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment. Now, my channel is a mixture because I be hearing stuff and then it just pops up and I just be talking. Okay. But my channel is did I tell you what my channel is about? I'm gonna tell you if I ain't tell you, okay? It's about real life experiences, relationships for the mature, conversations that need to be had, enlightening, conscious awareness, and breaking general curses. And it is funny, okay? So I just be saying, you know what I see, but people be taking this stuff serious. Now there are times where I am really talking heartfelt, and some in my videos there are always going to be something that will make your mind think, okay? Because everything, people just think everything is so clear cut. No, sometimes you have hills and valleys. You have hills and valleys. And people be thinking like, oh, everything is a straight shot. Oh, and yeah, and I am not the one that think I'm holier than thou. So with my channel, what I'm explaining to you is my channel is a little different, but you can leave a comment. I want to know what you think. you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Who else then popped up on here? Hey, say hey, how you doing? You know what? We be having people what they do, legacy, they'll pop in, they'll like do a little creep. Let me see what she that's what they do. But I've been on here now for a minute. And check out the channel. Now, Legacy, read the book. I want you to get the book. Read the book, okay? Tell me what you think so then we can talk about it. Now next week, I'm if my friend is available, because I totally forgot to send her this link. Doggone it. I'm gonna try to have my friend on her next week and then we can keep the conversation because she had a really good point when I told her what I thought about what I had heard, and I also showed sent the person's video on that slavery stuff about the woman, the wife feeling like she in slavery, and I'm like, dang, I don't. When I was married, I don't think I felt like I was enslaved. I don't think that. I didn't feel that at all. I just didn't feel it. I mean, I felt other things, but I did not. That was not one of the things that I felt. But I totally understand what each woman was saying, and I totally felt it and understood why they would say that. We have been so brainwashed in certain things. Yeah. Well, Legacy, listen. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Let me see if I can remember names. We had Giuliano. Thank you so much. We had Amaya. We had Pet Too Smart. I think that's what his name, what our person name was. I don't know if it's him or her. We had who else did we have pop in here? Somebody else. And we got Legacy, and Sankofa. Thank you for always popping in. And Legacy, thank you. How long what? How long is the book? And then I'm gonna hop on up off of her. Tell me what you mean, Legacy. Um, we knew each other for a long time, but a year and a half. Yep, a year and a half. It's been years. That's been a long time ago. It be seeming fresh, but it ain't. It be seeming fresh, but it ain't. But y'all, that's it. Legacy, that's it. Cause it's only me and you on here tonight. But catch me on Friday. If you do check out the channel, hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell, Legacy. And then what I need you to do is hit all. Yes. Yes, I do. How do you? Yes. Do you? Legacy? Let me see something here. Cause I don't know if are you gonna pop up when I do that? Let me see if I can see you. No, I can't see that. Okay. I was trying to see something. Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. 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 Well, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here. I see somebody just popped on here. So, hey, bye. See y'all. See y'all. Y'all, but thank y'all so much for coming in. Thank you to my new ones and thank you to my day ones. Y'all, thank y'all so much for coming on. And y'all have a wonderful night. Take care. Peace.